On the headlines, the political air is thick, and not just in Abuja. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has lit a fresh firestorm, declaring that President Tinubu is gone. He cited a 91% disapproval rating and also accused the administration of failing Nigerians on security, the economy, and investment. But his comments have now drawn swift backlash. The Citizens Collective for Good Governance, CCGG, says El-Rufai is simply bitter over not being appointed minister, accusing him of launching a vindictive campaign driven more by ego than patriotism. So who's right? Is this genuine concern from a seasoned political player or sour grapes from a sidelined politician? My guest tonight is Dr. Simon Omachoko, a retired federal director, procurement expert, and an APC stakeholder from Benue. We'll also touch on developments in Benue State as the state mourns in the wake of fresh attacks and President Tinubu's intervention. Beyond the politics, is government doing enough to protect lives in the Benue and indeed the North Central? And can closer collaboration between the governor and political stakeholders turn promises into peace? Welcome to the program, everyone. Dr. Omachoko, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So the former Kaduna State Governor says that President Tinubu is gone, claiming that Nigerians are tired of your party, the APC. As someone within the ruling party, do you take his remarks as a warning?
It's a comment coming from a disgruntled ex-member who, because he was not appointed as a minister of the Federal Republic, is now disgruntled. It's yesterday's comment from the SDP national chairman showed that the coalition is collapsing like a pack of cards on arrival.
Well, I have heard that narrative before, especially when they say, oh, the reason why he's now criticizing Mr. President is because he didn't get appointment. But recall that, to be fair, in this conversation, he mentioned that he wasn't interested in serving in this administration. The video is out there. Mr. President himself asked him not to leave the country. I think he mentioned that he wanted to go study and that he wasn't interested. But Mr. President indeed personally asked him to stay back and serve in his cabinet. But this time is also coming with some statistics. El-Rufai is claiming that President Tinubu has a 91% disapproval rating in the north and southeast, 78% in Lagos, and that is struggling to cross 50% approval even in parts of the southwest. From your vantage point in Benue and within the APC, do these numbers reflect what you're hearing on the ground, or do you see a disconnect between political rhetoric and public reality?
It's political rhetoric and public reality. As El-Rufai does not have the data, the wherewithal, and Nigerian Bureau for Statistics it's the recognized data. He should come out, tell us how he came about all these figures in his analysis. I just think he's a whipping guy because he's lost out in this government. The coalition they're talking about is quite different from the coalition of 2015, whereby all parties, ACN, CPC, all came together with one agenda, no selfish interest there. But this coalition they are proposing, it's premised on selfish interest. What do I get? What do you get? What do I get? And such things don't play out well.
I'm wondering what you personally think is the approval rate for this administration, where you consider where the country's economy is as against the reality 2 years ago, the decisions made by Mr. President in the area of removing fuel subsidy and unifying, forex exchange. the economic reality and where the shoes pinch for the average Nigerian, would you say that Nigerians are better off after 2 years of the Tinubu administration?
The figures we're getting from World Bank, other recognized body, World Trade Organizations, they are giving a green light to Nigerian reform policies of the government. And the scorecards are there for you to see. It's going to take, there's going to be pain initially, but there's going to be derived benefit at the end of it. That's what this government is working out for.
And it's more than 2 years now for a 4-year tenure. Are you privy to the exact duration of this pain and when Nigerians can begin to heave a sigh of relief?
We will, by getting to the 3rd year and going into the 4th year, things will begin to manifest in positive light, whereby Nigerians will, you see how the fuel prices are coming down to earth now. Going by the global prices, it's coming down to earth, and more people could afford to buy fuel now than they were able to do before. The agricultural setup, the agrarian something, there's a boost in it, and everybody is experiencing a boost in agriculture now. Cassava is selling like what it never did before in 2-3 years. So farmers are moving into agriculture now to get these derived benefits.
I don't know about cassava, but in reality, the price of fuel just increased by about 50 naira in Lagos. Fuel now sells for 925 naira as of today, as against a little bit above, I think, 800 plus a few weeks ago. The reality on the ground for many Nigerians is quite different from what you're painting, Dr. Simon.
In January, if you compare the Bureau for Statistics, the index for inflation, you saw it dropped in April, May, and is going to drop further as we move into the farming season. The prices of rice as per December and January are quite different. It's coming down gradually. These things are trickling down. It's not going to happen by fiat. It's going to gradual reduction in these prices will come. When the market forces will play out, it will now argue out to a manageable level for Nigerians, whereby the benefits will start coming in from the reformative policies of this government.
I want to share in your optimism, no doubt, but should your party be worried about the coalition that the former Kaduna state governor is talking about, what he's building with Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi?
If you ask any Nigerian, the Obi factor in 2023 is not the same Obi factor in 2027. What is going to make the coalition not move ahead? It's who is going to lead the party. The SDP chairman yesterday was on TV to say what they are asking for, the conditions for the coalition on SDP, cannot work. They are saying that all the executive members should be handed over to the new people coming from other parties. How is that going to work? So that is dead on arrival in itself. When the picking of the ticket, the presidential ticket and the vice president is what is going to tear the whole coalition into pieces.
I understand the political reality and the calculations ahead of 2027, but one thing is also certain: Nigerians, will now be able to give a verdict as to what they think this administration has been able to achieve in the past years. El-Rufai is also raising questions about rising government revenues, and according to him, there is no result. As a procurement technocrat yourself, how do you think we can close that gap between spending and impact?
Spending and impact is things that can be measured. You could see last month, when the president launched the 30 kilometers Lagos-Calabar highway, those are the results of the high increase in government expenses. You see all the infrastructure. You go around Abuja city, you see how the minister is transforming the city. Unlike the past, when the Minister for FCT, for 8 years, there was no meaningful development in the city. But under 2 years, Wike has transformed Abuja. There's terminus, bus terminals all over coming up. The Speaker of the House went to Cuba, I think Tuesday or Wednesday, to commission the brand new bus terminus that was created. All those, it takes money, and was you seeing the impact of the money being expended, which the rise in government expenses are being shown, are being reflected in those ways. If you go to APC states too, you see how expenses in state government, it's leading to development in those states. And they're all there for everyone to see. What the Lagos State governor is doing, you can see it.
I understand some of the projects that you have highlighted from FCT to Lagos, but I'm actually talking about whether or not you think that this administration is holding accountability and transparency to the highest height. The EFCC recently just took into custody some NNPC officials over what they call an allegation of over 7 billion naira fraud in the efforts to revive the Warrior and Port Harcourt refinery. Would you support, for instance, a full audit of security spending in conflict-prone states like Benue? What procurement reforms can enhance trust and transparency in this regard?
No, security procurement are they are procured under emergency situations. It is after the procurement has been done under security exigencies that audits are taken care of. And you could see those angles that are in EFCC, ICPC terrain. Since they are a matter of court, it's not be proper for me to comment on those issues. We will just wait until the outcomes of all those arrests and people in Port Harcourt refineries are carried out. They are all so that I don't commit any prejudicial something to investigation.